Welcome back to the ZeroW Podcast, where we talk about lifting, coaching, and more. You can learn more about Zero by going to www.zero.com.au. That's Zero with a W. We are also proudly sponsored by Establishment Coffee. Head to establishmentcoffee.com.au. Use the code 025 for 25% off and free shipping. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's what all the cool kids say. And if you're on Spotify, hit that 5-star review. We love it. Enjoy the show now. All right, we're back.
Hello.
Hello, another episode. How are we?
Really good. How are you?
Amazing.
What did you guys get up to on the weekend? The long weekend.
What did we do? I stayed with my brother in Brisbane for a couple nights and trained at Zero Brisbane. We went out to dinner and stuff, and we started watching Severance. If you guys have heard of that show. No. It's massive. It's on Apple TV, and it's most of the time directed by Ben Stiller.
Really?
I'm 8 episodes in, and it's just weird.
What kind of genre is it?
Well, if I had to say, it gives me Black Mirror vibes, but a little bit more lighthearted.
Oh, that sounds cool.
And it's cultish, but it's lighthearted. It's in an office setting. It's almost like mixing The Office with Black Mirror.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
It's
We should
really
give that
random.
Good
So
idea.
it's not
Just
on any
combining.
streaming services. It's just
Apple TV and maybe Prime,
but
I think it's Apple
we got rid
TV.
of Prime, didn't we?
Oh no.
Nah, I've still got Prime.
Oh,
I thought
okay,
I got rid of it.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah, cool. We need a new show. We're on our. Did we
Oh.
finish that show last night, or did we?
American
on the-
Primeval.
Yeah, it's
You
like a
guys need to
mini
watch it.
series. There's 5 or 6 episodes.
American Primeval.
Set in colonial times in America.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it like Westworld?
I haven't seen Westworld.
I think so. It's kind of like that, yeah.
Okay. Bit dark.
It's about like the Mormons and the Native Americans and basically what's happening between them. I won't go into it. You guys should watch it.
Yeah,
It's really
you guys
good.
will
It's
really like it.
It's
You guys
very
will really like it.
violent. So just
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's proper violent.
Yeah.
Like some scenes I have to turn away.
pretty graphic.
Oh.
And I like that shit.
Yeah, geez.
cool.
I have to check it out. So yeah, I looked after the dogs, looked after the house, held the fort,
Nice.
mowed the lawn.
Nice.
Oh.
You know,
How long does that take?
I tell you what.
That's a full-time job.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what
Your
I love
backyard.
about living on Meg's mum's property. It's on acreage. And the best part about mowing the lawn, it's not the golden orb spiders. It's not the twigs in your eyes. It's nothing to do with like the 4-hour arduous task, the swamps from the rain. The best part is that 80% of the grass that I mow, I only see when I mow it. Because it's so big that no one sees it, but it still has to be mown. And it's just like, it brings joy to my heart. I really love it.
You have to fall in love with the experience, Tom.
Yeah.
Bro, can you remember when you guys first moved in there? I was like, bro, you're not gonna do that. And you're like, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, no, you're not. And you're like, no, I'll enjoy it.
No, I do get a sick satisfaction out of it.
Yeah, you would.
Like that
yeah.
sort of do hard things mentality. But I'll complain about it the entire time I'm doing it.
How long does it take you?
In one foul swoop, about 2.5 hours.
That's not too bad.
Well, I've gotten quick.
Do you have a ride-on mower or a push mower?
No, push. With a ride-on mower, it's probably like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have heaps of trees and stuff too,
Yeah.
like leaves.
Yeah, it's those palm trees are like the palm fronds are probably like no word of a lie 6 meters long, like longer than this room. The big ones, it's crazy.
When we lived in Bundaberg, we lived in a house. The backyard had 72 palm trees, and that was part of why Mum and Dad left, because Dad said all he was doing was just
Literally
picking up palm branches
all day, every day.
It costs like $350 for the council to just come and inspect if you're allowed to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And
Oh
then
my
it's
God.
thousands to get rid of like a single one.
I don't know if it's the same here, but in North Queensland, in Bundaberg, the palm trees were full of huntsman spiders and cockroaches. It was terrifying.
Oh my God.
Yeah, nasty.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
not
North
pleasant.
Queensland have got all the nasty bugs.
Anyway, that was us. What about you guys?
Nice. We went and saw Luke Combs.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that's been
Wait,
on
is that Puff Daddy? Oh no, that's Sean.
Thomas, don't joke about him.
Sean Combs. Oh man,
But no, Luke Combs has been on my bucket list for years. I thought I was going to have to travel to America to see him.
The crowd looked huge.
It was amazing. It was at Suncorp Stadium, sold out show.
Dude, it
looked
was
huge.
incredible.
Unbelievable. He's like the biggest thing in country music at the moment. He has been for a while.
Who opened for him?
So Jordan Davis, Mitchell Tenpenny, and Lane Pittman, who are all country stars.
All my faves.
Are they Australian?
Lane Pittman is.
Are you being sarcastic?
Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
Lane Pittman is Australian. He's up and coming. But Jordan Davis and Mitchell Tenpenny, they're pretty huge.
For those that don't know, like the comparison is, it's like if Drake came to perform. He's literally the biggest star in his genre.
Yeah.
What about the others? Like
Morgan
Drake,
Wallen
is Drake the biggest star in his genre?
in rap music.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would
Is
be.
he?
Hey,
Yeah.
Him or
like right
Kendrick,
now.
yeah.
Wow, it's really it really speaks volumes to. Anyway, can I say something that's possibly offensive, borderline racist?
Of course.
Go on.
Have you guys seen Cool Runnings?
Yes.
Yes.
You know the scene where Sanka goes to the square dancing bar?
Oh, I don't remember it. I haven't seen
He's
it since I was a
Jamaican and he
kid.
goes to like a real
Yeah,
hillbilly
yeah, yeah,
square
yeah.
and he's like, "Howdy, partner." That's what I imagine James like at a country music
It's
concert.
literally what I do. Hey. Oh, I was gonna
He's like the bro, and then there's all
put-
these country music bumpkins.
put a story up. Remember what I was gonna say in the story? I was like, maybe I shouldn't. Some people might get offended, but I was gonna put a story up, and I was just gonna pan to the crowd, and the caption was gonna be, "Man, these whites know how to throw a party."
Nah, it looked like it was hectic.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was incredible. So this year I get to see, so I see the biggest country star
Yep,
in history. I get to see Drake next month,
yep.
and then we go
Biggest
to
rap star.
and then we go to Metallica at
In
the end of the year.
November.
That's awesome.
So arguably the biggest rock band in history as well.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Big year.
Yeah, so that was our weekend.
I'm not even a
Beach
Luke.
time.
I don't even listen to Luke Combs, and I could just like, it's like Tom. If you took me to like a symphony, he can just appreciate like greatness.
Yeah.
It's literally, I was just like in awe of him. I was like, damn, no wonder why this guy's a superstar. It was so cool.
So good. And he's so wholesome and easy to love. Everybody loves him.
Yeah, I'm not into live music mainly just because of like noise and crowds and stuff. But I feel like I'm not into like sport. I'm not into rugby league. But when I go to a rugby league game, I've been to a few, and it's like, this is cool.
Yeah.
The atmosphere kind of makes it. So I feel like even though I don't like country music, I reckon if I was there, I'd feel the same way.
Yeah.
100%.
It's
Yeah,
just
you'd be-
getting in there and leaving. That's the shitty part.
Yeah.
So many people. Takes a long time.
Yeah, nice. Amazing.
Yeah, it was so good. What else did we do? Not much.
Nothing.
Went to the beach a lot. Ate yummy food.
We literally do the same thing every single weekend.
Mm,
Go to the
Love
beach,
it.
get food, walk our dog.
nice.
Yeah.
We did some cooking on Sunday night.
What'd you cook?
Thomas made gnocchi and beef cheeks.
We made gnocchi.
I tried to roll them out perfectly, and towards the end there, he was just like,
Man,
but it was so yummy.
that's what I've been talking about lately.
James has been wanting to go for gnocchi for ages.
Really?
Yeah.
I've only
Just make it at home. It's super easy.
We should make it.
I've only ever had it once.
Yeah.
Really?
It was like the most incredible dish I've ever had.
It was so yummy.
I've got a very special type of autism where the only thing I'm actually good at is I grew up, not even grew up, like from age 10 to like now. If I was flicking through channels, not Netflix and stuff, like channels or cable, all I watch is cooking shows. But I remember everything.
Wait, so
Like the recipes.
I know how to cook stuff that I've never cooked.
That's cool.
wow.
Yeah, it's just this weird special arm of autism that doesn't actually help me in any way, shape, or form.
Isn't gnocchi really laborious though?
Nah, it's super easy.
Because
You steam some potato, mash it up, mix in some flour and an egg, roll it up, cut it up, chuck it in a pot.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds easy, yeah.
And what did you guys have with it?
The Thomas made this like tomatoey, garlicky sauce to go with it,
Oh,
Yeah, made
And
a
then-
roast tomato and garlic sauce
and the beef
and
cheeks.
beef cheeks
What was the beef cheeks
With
cooked
the-
in? Just stock.
with a red wine reduction.
Where'd you get red wine
A
from?
jus.
A jus.
I didn't use red wine vinegar.
Okay.
I don't like wine.
damn, man.
Sounds delicious. We should try and make some.
Yeah, we should.
You should make it just because it's fun.
Do you know what you've got? You've done me dirty. I can't get it off my head now. I can't get Philly cheesesteaks out of my head.
Just make them. They're super easy.
No, I know. Like, I don't know if they're super easy, but like, all I can think of was the one that we had at yours. I'm like, man, it's all I want right now.
So good.
Yeah, we'll do it like once a month or so.
Is that what you...
Maybe a bit less often than that.
Yeah, maybe like once every 3 months we do it.
I love them.
Can you take more videos and photos of Thomas's cooking, Meg? Because I always really like seeing what Thomas cooks.
I don't really cook that much anymore. Like I started doing a bit more of it lately.
On the weekend.
It's Southside's 5th birthday party this weekend.
Yes,
This
Friday.
On
Friday,
Yeah. If you can't make it, let me know and I'll do a bit of extra barbecue if it fits.
Let's go.
What time does it start?
3 p.m.
Does it?
Yeah, 3 to 5.
3 till 6.
3 to
How do
6.
you people know this?
We got
Southside
messages.
messaged me.
Yeah, they've messaged.
Who messaged back? I want to know because they refer to me as Megumi, and I'm like, who calls me Megumi at Southside? Maybe Rochelle.
Oh, why wasn't I invited?
Because you
Your
own
gym.
it.
Yeah, but I don't know the plans. No one tells me anything.
Apparently, you're cooking for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, your name's mentioned
You're
in
the
it.
talent.
Yeah, there better be some sort of surprise party for me. I'm going to be very upset.
Bro, you'd be very upset if there was a surprise party for you.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't. He would love that.
You reckon?
Yeah.
It's a miracle that I'm going in the first place. Daniel always tells me off about this. I'm like, why did no one invite me? He's like, bro, if we invite you, we know you're not going to come. Like, that's not the point. I want the thought. I want the sentiment of the invite.
Oh, man.
All right, what are we grateful for?
Live music.
The best.
Mm-hmm.
You can't all be grateful for it.
It's pretty great.
It's so good.
What are you grateful for, Meg?
Can I mix my quote and grateful because I cannot find a
Yes.
quote?
Go on.
Have you guys seen that video circulating of Chris Williamson talking about good, possible, bad?
No.
No.
How, well, he describes it as when the situation's good and life's good, you don't really feel the need to change anything. And when things are passable, say, like, you know, not great, but not uncomfortable enough for you to be like, I got to change things. You kind of stay there and it's passable. And then if things are bad, obviously you need to create change. I really like that. And I got thinking about it because I trained yesterday and I felt so good after training. So that's my grateful. And I was like, far out. I kind of stumbled into it and I fell in love with it. And now it just is like my saving grace. It's like my little therapy sessions 4 times a week. But there are some people who are still struggling to get into training or moving their body because things are just passable. I was just thinking, I just wish everybody could just stumble into it.
Yeah.
That's my quote and grateful combined.
That's a good one.
Nice.
That's really good.
It's
Very
kind of
true.
like the old adage. Good. I can't remember. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. Hard times create strong men.
Ooh.
Is that going to be your quote?
No, that's like the most. What's like the alpha male pill, red pill, black pill, whatever.
I don't understand that when I see that on the internet.
I
What are
don't
people
know.
talking about?
That's the real like incel saying.
Oh,
I don't know. I love those memes where it's like it'll play like some funny like video and then it'll go to like Jocko Willink or Dave Goggins splurting some alpha bullshit.
Yeah.
I find them so funny.
Yeah. Yeah. It's there's a fine line as well though, because like sometimes you're watching them and it's like clearly satire.
Yeah.
But then some of them are actually really inspirational and like I shouldn't feel good about watching this, but I'm like, this is good. I like this guy.
What are you grateful for, Tom, bro?
Mine is a second-hand grateful. So I'm grateful for Carly Ilgith in Mackay. Carly and Dean and their family are away in Japan for a month. And like I own these gyms, but I'm not the owner, you know, like really Khan, Becca, Dean, Carly, they're the owners as in like, they're the ones at the, behind the steering wheel. And Khan was just saying he doesn't realize how, you don't realize how much certain people do until they're not there for a week or two. It's like you guys with the gym here when you go away for 2 weeks. I'm like, fuck, the gym's dirty. Like, it doesn't clean itself. And you know, Carly does so much for Zero Mackay, and because she's not necessarily like the coaching face that you see all the time, she's of course she's like very much part of it. She's all over the Instagram and everything, but she does a hell of a lot to keep the wheels turning at that place. So we're very grateful for Carly.
Amazing.
Nice. I'm grateful. This is a random one. Well, it's not really random, but we never talk about the community here, and I think that's a good thing. Like, do you ever see gyms talking about the community? We've got such a great community, and it's all they post. It's like, man, if your community was so great, you wouldn't need to say that.
Especially the gyms that you know have a shit community.
1,000%.
Like a good life, you can't really play that card because a community is inherently small.
Yeah. And so I'm grateful for the community that we have here.
Yeah, definitely.
Got a good bunch.
We do.
All right, quote it up. Meg's already done hers.
Go Gidge.
Where is it? The world is full of magical things patiently waiting for our wits to grow sharper.
Nice.
Freedom comes with a price. Accountability. It's easier to blame circumstances than to take control.
Yeah, nice. I like that. Mine is Vincent van Gogh.
Ooh.
There's nothing more truly artistic than to love people.
Ah,
He was a bit crazy though, wasn't he?
Damn, Vinny.
No, I mean, normal people cut off their own ear. Chopper did it.
Yeah, he's normal.
Didn't he do it to get put in a different part of the prison?
Probably.
Have you guys seen the Chopper movie with Eric Bana?
Eric Banana, yeah.
I forgot about
Fantastic.
that.
But I watched it when I was like, I don't know, 13 or 14.
Yeah, I was a teenager
so
when I
there's
saw it.
no way I could remember the actual story or appreciate it.
Now that you know how Chopper's like he's obviously manic, but
He's dead, right?
oh, is he dead? Fuck,
Yeah.
my bad.
Is he?
R.I.P.
died.
Chopper.
The real
But
Chopper.
he was a mad storyteller though. He was a liar.
Yeah.
So no one knew what he did was real or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny how these people come cult classics, but it's just like, bro, you're a criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You told a story.
Like Billy the Kid.
Who's Billy the Kid?
Like he's like America's Ned Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Have you guys seen the Billy the Kid movie?
No.
Yeah.
It's not called. You're not meant to. Oh, I've just spoiled it. Never mind.
Oh, you're not meant to know he's Billy the Kid?
No. So, I won't say the name of the movie then, in case anyone watches it.
Can you show me?
Oh, I really want to say what it is now.
Is it recent?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I don't even know where I watched it. I must have watched it on a plane or something.
Oh, by the way, I just wanted to quickly say, this podcast has got over 60,000 downloads, eh?
Yeah, you said that last week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I think it's fucking cool.
That's cool.
Oh, haven't heard of that.
That's the movie. It's really good.
Old Henry.
Oh,
Oh, fuck! my
There it
bad.
Anyway, great movie.
Wait, what are we going to do for 100,000 downloads?
And take the day off.
A food challenge.
A food challenge?
Yeah.
It better not be spicy.
A competitive eating challenge.
We have to get
Meg's-
Daniel on here.
So I introduced Meg to Joey Chestnut yesterday, so now she wants to do
Joey Chestnut. Why do I know that name?
We've watched him.
Because he
Hot dog
ate
eater.
83 hot dogs
Ah.
in 10 minutes.
Do you guys watch Eric the Electric?
No, but
No.
I
He's
I
another
have.
good one. He's great. Oh, I was talking about him the other week. Heather
Yeah.
watches him when she's prepping.
yeah, that's right.
I like Beard Meets Food.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
good too. He always has dessert, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
after he does like a 6
Massive
kilo
challenge.
burrito or something and then has an apple pie.
Yeah.
Wait, Tom, bro, from a dietitian standpoint, why are these guys all these really incredible eaters?
I'm glad you asked.
He explained this to me yesterday.
Oh, really?
Wait, are you going to say why they're like shredded or jacked?
Yeah.
Well,
What-
a lot of them are like into fitness and then find out that they can eat a lot because they need to eat a lot because they're into fitness, or they just know that what they're doing eating wise is going to hurt their body. But the way they train to eat heaps is like calorie free.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll eat like 4 kilos of boiled cabbage.
Oh wow.
They'll do stuff like that because it's just the art of like creating room in your stomach to shove stuff in. So it's not like if they're training for a hot dog challenge, they're eating hot dogs all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They do that. They'll have like a week where they don't eat anything basically besides like boiled cabbage and heads of broccoli and that.
So it sounds silly, but like eating like 4 kilos of cabbage, would that have any? Obviously, there's no caloric value of any of it, but does that have like adverse health effects?
Oh, I mean, you get like pretty insane diarrhea, I imagine.
Because it's just water, isn't it?
Yeah.
Essentially.
It would mess up your stomach like crazy. But I'm guessing at the same time, these guys have like trained their stomachs to handle crazy shit as well.
Damn. Yeah, it still blows. Like, you know when we watch Eric the Electric and he'll weigh himself after a challenge? And he's like 10 kilos heavier.
Wow.
Yeah.
Insane.
Like, would that not fucking hurt your back? Like, putting
Surely
on...
it would.
Yeah.
You just want to go to sleep.
Or am I just old thinking about the effects that it would have on my joints? And because I feel every kilo.
No, but I mean, like, literally, it's just food weight. So by the time they wake up, shit it all out over the next day, they're back to normal.
Yeah. Do you guys notice it when you guys are a little bit heavier or whatever, lighter? Like, do you notice it on your walks, Tom bro?
Yeah, big time. Yeah.
What is it? Ankles, lower back?
Yeah, calf pumps, lower back pumps.
Mine's always lower back.
Yeah.
It's the first thing. As soon as I got a lower back pump, I'm like, fuck, better check my weight. And it's normally, yeah, I'm just heavier. I'm like, fuck. It was worse when I was running. I think I've told you this. Every kilo was fucking hell on earth. Like the difference between feeling good, running like at 85 kilos, fine. Running at 86 kilos, hell on earth.
I think it's every kilo is an extra 2 PSI on your knees.
You said that.
Something like that. It's like it's a pretty significant amount of extra pressure through the joints.
Yeah, mine was always just my like Achilles and calves and then lower back. But yeah. Should we get into some of these topics?
I reckon.
Let me bring it up. Do you know what I'm really bad at too? Sorry, before we start. I always get people messaging me saying, hey, you guys should talk about this. And then I never see it.
You just screenshot it and put it in
Yeah.
our group chat.
Yeah, I should do that straight away. That's a good idea. All right. So I've got 3 topics here. The first one I want to talk about was easy things to do as a powerlifter to enhance the quality of your training.
Steroids.
Very easy. Enhance the quality of your training.
Eat beforehand.
Ruin the quality of your life. Eat beforehand. Nice. That's a really good one. Well, what do you mean eat beforehand?
Because I sometimes hear people say that they prefer to train on an empty stomach. And just for powerlifting or strength training in general, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I just can't get it.
I think a lot of people who end up saying that are the morning trainers that, you know, wake up and sort of get ready and go straight to the gym. And so I feel that. Like, I don't like eating first thing in the morning, as in, like, straight out of bed.
I think they just maybe haven't experienced that feeling of having like a full tank of gas enough times to realize it makes such a difference.
But if you can't stomach it, I get that. I'm not discounting what you're saying.
No, I don't.
I'm empathizing in the sense that if I was to train first thing in the morning, I wouldn't eat.
Because I coach people at 6 a.m. and I always ask them, what have you eaten? Like Boris this morning was like a muffin. I'm like, bro, you need to eat something a little bit more substantial. He's like, I can't. Like,
Yeah, I'll feel sick.
I just woke up. It's 4:30 a.m. Like the last thing I want to do is have a full breakfast.
Hey, did Boris have a camera on him when that thing happened to him?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
Why did you see something happen?
I saw something exact same description as what you said happened to him on the Gold Coast.
They were like,
happens
Oh, that
all
was
the
that guy
time.
that ran over the scooter kid?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys see that?
no.
Oh, I have it on my phone. I was like,
Is
gonna
the
show
kid
you.
okay?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like the video had what the guy did was wrong, obviously, but the video also gave no context. It's
it
just like,
was super wrong. There's no context.
yeah, no, I get that. Like, but the kid had obviously provoked this guy in some way, shape. I'm not saying what he did
Oh wait,
was
so
okay.
the kid provoked him and he ran him over purposely.
I
Purposely.
think the kid had been like terrorizing the guy's business or stealing or something like this. But then, yeah, the guy like ran him over. So
Wow.
he did the wrong
I'm not
thing.
condoning that, but kids
Yeah.
these days are little shits.
Yeah, I think
They
he.
are.
I think he did the wrong thing as well.
Yeah. Wink, wink. The kids in the UK are the worst. It'd be like 7-year-olds with like machetes terrorizing a Tesco or something. Have you seen that?
Crazy.
Yeah, well, that's like it is here now too.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
some part.
I like the retribution ones where the kid's gone home, the parents found it online and then made the kid come back and apologize.
Did you guys ever see Edan's story? This was a while ago, but he posted his friend who busted a home invader. And he attacked the home invader, but on a security camera, so he's naked. So this is like this 14
I do remember, yeah.
And yeah, he's getting beat up by this grown man fully naked.
Yeah.
How degrading is that, eh?
Anyway, so eat beforehand if you can.
Eat before, prioritize food.
When you say, like, what do you guys like doing when you say eat
I like
beforehand?
last big meal a couple hours before, and then something smaller right before,
Okay.
like within the hour.
And then do you consume any type of carbohydrates during your training?
Sometimes.
Is that like a duration dependent option?
No, if I think
Because
if
she
it-
likes lollies.
yeah. what he said.
Yeah,
Placebo, because none of us need intra-workout carbs sitting down here right now. But sometimes it's nice.
It is. What about you, Bridget?
About eating.
What do you got? What do you do to enhance the quality of your training?
It's one I'm struggling with, but giving myself adequate time to complete my session without having to rush.
Popped in here a little bit later this morning.
Just a little. Just a little. I did have a coffee date this morning, that's why. Otherwise, it would have been a bit earlier. But yeah, so I chose the shorter session this morning.
Yeah.
Does it change for you between lifting weights and jiu-jitsu?
Yes. So lifting weights, I love being full. Like I love having like I don't know if I eat my lunch pretty late and I'll have like my food and then like lots of fruit, or I have quite a bit of food, and I love that feeling going to like a weight session nice and full.
Yeah.
But then jiu-jitsu, I like being hungry. I don't know why it sounds weird. I feel like you're meaner when you're hungry.
Yeah, fighting for your food.
Fighting for that KFC.
There's a fig tree in the back corner and you're two cavemen like fighting.
No, I just think, I don't know. I think it's from back in the day. I remember one of the greatest rugby league players in Canterbury, Shane Byers. He was at my club and he said to me he didn't eat before a game because he was meaner when he was hungry. And I feel like that always stuck with me to an extent. I'm like, damn.
Is it also because it's like a different kind of exertion? Like, I don't think I'd need to eat if I went to Pilates or something. Is it because it's different movement?
I don't know. I feel like when you're lifting weights, you got too much time to think. So you're thinking about food and you got too much time to, like, I don't know. I know we're all guilty of this. When you've had a bad session, you've immediately thought, okay, what have I done differently? Oh, I didn't eat enough. And all of a sudden, that's the reason why you had a bad session.
Yeah.
But in jiu-jitsu, when someone's just fucking strangling you, you're like, oh, that guy's better than me. You know, you can't really blame it on anyone else, kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. I hate the feeling of my stomach when I'm training, so I prefer to be as empty as possible. So I eat around like 11:30 a meal, and then I have my crackers at like 1:30, and then I'll train at 3 or 4.
Cracker time 1:30 now.
Yeah, it shifted earlier because I'm training a little bit earlier.
I was going to
now.
say it used to be 2 p.m.
Yeah, because training used to be at 4, but now more often it's like 3. It's shifted forward a little bit.
Yeah, nice. So what about caffeine? Do you guys talk to me about caffeine?
I will have it within the hour or like 30 minutes beforehand, that window. Feel best then. I feel like it kicking in like as I'm getting into, I don't know, my first working set.
Do you guys have any, how much caffeine do you take?
Max, like in that pre-workout, like 100 milligrams. But I have a coffee in the morning. Yeah, and sometimes a second coffee after that.
So, and do you drink much like, what's your total caffeine?
In a day?
Yeah, including like trace caffeine, like Pepsi Max and things like that.
It would be 270. Max 350, 380.
Yeah.
Max.
How much caffeine is in a can of Pepsi Max?
40?
Like 40?
Yeah, 36 or something, 38 or whatever.
You keep talking, I'm going to Google it.
I miss having pre-workout. I haven't had pre-workout in ages. And I think it's because I train in the morning now and I don't want to have pre-workout anxiety when
Like
I start
jitters
work.
or something after?
Yeah. So I just have coffee before I train. But
I think it's just as good.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw, I always think about this because I saw a post that Declan did the other day about caffeine and not needing it. And he has like a cup of coffee before training, and you know, everybody here has overdone the caffeine thing. Like, you know, when you first get into the gym, you go double scoop, I triple scoop this.
Yeah. And your sleep's just out of sorts.
Yeah, well, obviously it's gonna boost one particular part of your day. It might boost that session, but then every other piece of the day falls
hectic
apart.
Anxiety.
Yeah. But yeah, I think one way to enhance your lifting is having an adequate amount of caffeine. You don't need to have excessive amounts. You don't need to have, you know, I hear people in here saying they have 400 milligrams, 500 milligrams of caffeine every single session. And I'm like, fuck, it's 5 p.m.
Yeah, I don't know how those people sleep. So I don't have, I only have a coffee in the morning and then whatever Pepsi Max I have through the day. But I take my ADHD meds and that I time that around training as well. So I don't necessarily use it as a pre-workout, but I'll make sure I train within the window before I know it's going to wear off. So that's kind of my pre-workout. Yeah, the caffeine thing's interesting because like the angle that someone like Declan is going to take is like, here's the research, here's the science. I don't think that's enough. It's like saying the science behind pre-workout nutrition is eat these constituents 2 hours beforehand. But it's like, if that makes you feel shit and doing it different makes you feel better, and feeling better creates a better performance outcome, do the thing that's better.
100%.
So
Absolutely.
if you like having 200 milligrams of caffeine before training, and without it you feel like you don't train as well, then there's something to that. Long term, maybe it's worth reassessing your caffeine intake if you find yourself taking fucking a gram a day, as that's probably not real good.
I just remember when CJ, remember when we all started taking non-stim pre-workout? What made me realize that it wasn't the caffeine that I was missing. It was just the action of the scoop. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like sweet. It was just kind of it was like it signaled it was time to train kind of thing. It was like, I don't know. So it's just like, pouring the scoop, mixing it. It's like, now it's time to train. Because fuck CJ, they do fucking nothing, hey?
The low stim ones.
The non-stim ones. We all bought so many of them too. And they were so expensive.
I was going to say, aren't they more expensive than regular pre-workouts?
Yeah, and they do absolutely nothing. But so does pre-workout once you get a little bit resistant to high doses of caffeine, I guess.
Think so.
That's like Meg becoming an evangelist of alpha GPC.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
When you're like, you should take, it's so much better than like Ritalin.
It works so good.
Actually,
I don't think you're a regular Ritalin user because this is doing nothing.
I wanted to ask you about that actually, alpha GPC, because you swore by it.
Well, I mean, it's been sitting on the desk there for about 3 years.
James, you want to know why I haven't touched it? I haven't needed it because I need that for days where I really need to lock in, and my training's just been like kind of airy-fairy lately because it literally like goes like boom, like it makes things like 5K.
Where is there some here?
It's right there.
So if I take some today, will it work?
Yes, take it. Take like 3 or 4.
Oh.
I used to.
I have it at 1. What's wrong with 1?
I think one serving.
More is better.
I think one serving is 3 to 4.
Okay, so all right, I'll take some today.
There's a lot of good science behind alpha GPC.
Is it going to make me all jittery and weird? No. Okay, because I got to lock in after this.
It's more of a nootropic, right? It's a focus.
Yeah.
Sort of.
It gives me the feeling of Ritalin without feeling like I'm going to have a heart attack.
Yeah, right. Well, what about, have you guys heard of the supplement called NMN?
Oh, yeah.
M&M's. Yeah, there's some peanut butter ones under the desk.
NMN.
CJ, if you want peanut butter M&M's, there's a stash under the front
By the way,
desk.
are you surprised that by how many are still there?
Yeah, I thought they would have been gone pretty quick.
He's on that health grind.
70-day hard, baby.
Well, I've got some NMN at home. You guys can look it up.
Is that a nootropic as well?
Apparently, it's meant to be really good.
Yeah.
It's really hard
the
to
guy
say.
from across the way gave it to us for returning his dog.
Age Mate
Oh.
Daily Longevity Blend. Wait, why did he have
That's what they stock over there.
the one in the corner?
Yeah.
Corner.
The new guys?
Yeah.
With the
What do
with the
they
golden
do?
retriever.
Supplements.
Yeah.
Really?
But it's not gym
it's
supplements.
like health supplements. Yeah, okay.
And they've got like skincare products
Oh.
that contain it and
Like
everything.
biohack supplements.
Right. Okay.
It's nicotinamide. It's like it's a similar action to nicotine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
have you guys done that?
Like nicotine patches.
Yeah, for work or
what
training.
would that do?
That's the same thing. It's like what would be the point when I take a supplement or a drug for my brain? Plus, I don't like the idea of like the potential craving for it. Lots of endurance people take it.
What for exactly?
Like alertness.
Okay.
It's like it would be like taking a lot of caffeine almost,
Okay.
or like Ritalin.
Huh.
Or Mosey use it.
Does he just?
Yeah.
Another thing I thought of, training training without shoes or with flat shoes if you can.
Without flat shoes.
Without shoes or with flat shoes. So
Grounding.
Oh,
just don't wear squishy shoes when you train.
how come?
Just gonna have a better session. And you got to get used to it eventually. You're gonna be 3 years deep into your journey still wearing like running sneakers, and someone points it out and be like, "Dude, when are you gonna give up those shoes?" No, just stop doing it now.
Yeah.
Get some flat shoes
You mean for like squats or
for powerlifting.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. My bad. All right. I was like, man,
I was trying to circle back to the topic, which was like things to enhance your powerlifting.
all right. Yeah, my bad. I forgot. So do you think, how important do you think shoes are?
How important I think having like a solid ground underneath you, very.
Okay.
Shoes, not important, but that kind of is a bit of a barrier to the other thing, which is to have solid ground beneath you.
Because I obviously, very obviously, don't take my lower body training as seriously as all you guys. So I wear whatever's on my feet that day. So I could be doing belt squat or pendulum barefoot. I could be doing it in a pair of Salomons.
If you get a rolled ankle, James, don't say I didn't tell you.
So I have this fear of, we don't really have them here. Maybe on the squat machine, there's like those metal grates. At like Brisbane and stuff, there's those metal grates. But if you wear socks on them, you don't stick to them real well. And I've walked barefoot, and I just imagine me like slicing open the bottom of my foot on those sharp.
Do you mean the
things.
grate that is on the leg press?
Yeah, you know, like the metal thing with the holes in it for grip.
Like on the hack squat.
So like here we've got
Everywhere.
grip tape.
Yes.
But on the bottom of the squat machine, the Rogers squat machine, there's like the metal things with
It's
like
also,
little holes in it.
At the Zero Brisbane leg press.
Not the crisscross ones.
Yeah, they're not slippery at all.
Yeah, but anyway.
Is that the same as the one on the hack squat? Because the hack squat one is slippery.
Oh, yes. No, sorry. It is the hack squat one. Yeah, the same as that.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Grounding. Improve your training.
Yep.
Feel connected to the earth.
Yeah, that's it.
What is the original question?
How can you improve your...
Easy things to do as a powerlifter to enhance the quality of your training.
Because I feel like I haven't contributed besides my steroids.
No, so
Joke.
circling back to what Meg just said, footwear. Footwear is very important if you do take squats, your lower body training and powerlifting seriously.
Definitely.
But I don't think it's as important as everybody makes out to be.
No, but you were talking about enhancements.
Yeah.
We weren't talking about like the building blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But like, I just think when you see people put on different shoes for bench press, what do you guys think about that?
So I don't think that makes much of a difference. That's like a preference thing.
What about music?
I used to rely on music a lot. I don't anymore.
Like,
Rely or just enjoy?
When I was going for like PBs and stuff, rely.
Yeah.
Definitely rely.
like the question rely or enjoy, like how do you actually separate the two? Because I see you pick a song for every set.
Yeah, and I love it. It's so fun. I love it.
Yeah, but are you relying on that?
I'm making my session fun.
Are you relying on your session being fun to push?
Yes.
I don't know how you hear it between all the screaming anyway.
She's enhancing the enjoyment.
I challenge you to post, because Meg trains her fucking ass off, to post all your training videos for a week with no music over top. Just like a montage of I wish Meg was training when the power went out, because it's dead silent. You can just hear people breathing. Just hear people going No, but seriously, like, what I'm curious as to what you guys think when a lifter is headphones in every session, all session. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Are you neutral? Is it kind of like do whatever makes you happy? Or are you thinking, well, you can't do that on comp day, so you shouldn't get used to it?
I used to say things like that, like, I shouldn't get used to it. But I'm like, at the end of the day, if you really just remove your emotion from it, it's like, it's just music. That's what I think now. But back in the day, I would have been like, bro, you can't do that for your top set. Like, but now I'm like, I'm partial to it now.
Yeah, do whatever you want. Do what makes you happy. It's your session.
What do you say?
Well, I started thinking about, I saw a competitive powerlifter posting about this topic specifically yesterday. And
Name names. Call them out.
I can't remember their name, but they referred to some of the Sheffield competitors coming up, because that's soon, right?
It was on the weekend.
Oh, it's already been
Been and
gone?
gone, yeah.
Oh, okay. And like what it takes to be someone at their ranking. So maybe if I was like that Agatar chick people keep talking about, then I would consider music. But that doesn't mean that I don't take my training seriously. Because I know that sometimes the way you've been thinking about training, Thomas, is adopting a very like hard grit mentality, and that you're enjoying that.
Stay hard.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
No, but I'd be a hypocrite if I said I don't have preferences for the music. Like if we come in here on a Saturday and no one's here, I'm not going to leave the music off. And if we come in here and music's playing that I don't like, I'm going to change it. I think it's good to be and I think I'm maybe a little bit unique in how little I care about it for the average lifter. And I think that's just an age thing, as in like, I never trained with headphones, whereas now everyone's got headphones all the time. And so if you're coming into it and you're used to just having headphones in and music on all the time, when I started training at the gym, you had to be rich enough to afford an MP3 player from like Strathfield's Sight and Sound. And smart enough to have a computer that was quick enough to use Kazaa and not get 1,000 viruses and download music on LimeWire.
Like LimeWire.
Oh, LimeWire. Okay.
Like predates LimeWire. Like it was a lot of effort to have your own music, unless you took a Discman with you and somehow like pinned it on you. But if you took it with you and you're moving, it skips.
Yeah, you needed an anti-shock Discman.
Yeah, like it was actually a lot of effort to listen to the music that you wanted. So. And I sound like an old man. Like it was, what were the music channels? Not MTV, the other one?
Rage?
No.
Channel V.
V. Yeah, Channel V was always on at the gym. So I always had good sessions when Miley Cyrus Party in the USA was on. That was like I was training for the Guinness World Record for the squats at the time. So if that song came on, it was like, okay, we're switching on.
You're locked in.
And Taylor Swift, I can't remember the name of the song. You're on the phone with your girlfriend. She's upset. She's going off about something. And so on.
Yeah, so what you're saying is I'm right and you agree with me.
Yeah, I never said you're wrong.
You're just partial to you don't care what's playing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm completely lost on the train of thought that I was going down. But yeah, I don't think music's an issue. I think it can become an issue. So if you're failing a set and your reason is because you didn't have your music, that's when it's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to I always something like caffeine, something like food, nutrition, those are proven to enhance your performance. Something like music is purely
personal preference.
Yeah, it's personal preference.
But I think that's cool. Like, I think that's part of the subject that because everyone knows if you say, oh, what's going to improve? Yeah, sleep. Duh.
Yeah.
You know, we literally talk about it.
Make sure you get 7 to 9 hours sleep.
Every single episode. So I think the stuff we're picking up is really good.
Yeah.
What else?
What do we say?
Or what else for you guys? Like what makes the difference for you guys on a softer side of thing outside of nutrition, sleep, caffeine, between a good session and a not so good session?
Can I talk about the other way? So obviously people talk about sleep being, the most important thing, the main pillar of performance.
Sure.
I personally think it's very overrated. Like
you can push through a hard session on very little sleep if you really want to.
Yeah, like I don't know if it's because I'm even Bridget talks about this. Like she's like, you're fine off no sleep, like where she's not. Like I can tell you how much sleep I got last night.
But so while you're looking
4
that
hours
up,
and something.
would you say your performance overall is better than when you were on 1 hour a night?
No, definitely not. But I've just never had a really great performance and been like, damn, thank God I had that great sleep last night.
Yeah. Which is like ultimately that's the art of sticking to something and being consistent and being good at training, is that these external factors that are out, you can't go back the night before and have a better sleep.
Yeah.
If it's training day, you got to train. And being able to be like, okay, I had a shit sleep, but I'm not going to let that tell me I'm going to have a shit day until I'm actually training.
Yeah.
And if I'm training and it feels shit, I'll adjust on the fly. But don't go into it being like, I slept shit, therefore I'm going to be weak.
So like, I'll tell you how much sleep. This is actually really bad. This might be the worst night's sleep I've had in ages. I didn't realize I went to sleep this late as well because we were in bed at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I slept 4 hours and 45 minutes last night. I went to sleep at 11:12 p.m. and woke up at 4:40 a.m.
That's bad.
Not great.
Did you stay up or did you have a hard time like getting to sleep?
No, I just stayed up and then I don't know.
Wait, was Luke Coombs last night?
No. Saturday. Yeah, that's what I mean. I had no reason to. We prepped all our meals really early, had dinner quite early. I think, sometimes like you're in bed and you're just still watching TV for no reason.
Yeah.
I should have just turned it off. But yeah, so I slept fuck all. Still got up at before 5 a.m., walk poots and whatnot. And I'm going to train and then go jiu-jitsu tonight. And it's not going to affect me whatsoever. It just means I'm going to be a little bit tired later on tonight.
I feel like for you especially though, it's a skill. As in like if I think of myself, I can train whenever as well. Like the sleep thing for me, as it is for you, is traveling. Like people will fly from here to Melbourne and be like, oh, I can't squat. My hips are so tight from flying. Like, what? What? Especially the biggest irony is when someone does that, but they like work a desk job.
That's what I never understand.
Bro, you sit down 8 hours a day, but you fly for 2 hours. You're like, oh, I'm so jacked up. Like, shut up. Seriously. But like one of the best training sessions I had last year, I had woken up here at like 6 a.m. to fly to Sydney, to hang in the airport, to fly to San Francisco. You get to San Francisco 14 hours later at like 6 in the morning, hang around all day, met Deb, hung out with Deb. Wait, was that the Deb trip? Can't remember. Went to Boss Barbell Club and I deadlifted like a PB after being like awake pretty much that whole time. Because for me, it's just like, I'm training. Let's just see what we can do. And it's not a like, oh, you weak mentality. It's just like, I think people write themselves off before they even get there. Yeah. And a lot of people do that with sleep.
I think that with all my friends in Newcastle, I think I've spoken about them before, but they're all monsters. They're all jacked. They're all fucking strong, really fit, really healthy, whatever. And they don't put too much stock into anything other than their time at the gym. Like they don't really care about their nutrition. They don't track anything.
In Bali, we were having like big nights out, and then the next morning they'd be up at 6 o'clock.
Just go in and do it. What happened in the morning? Didn't change anything. Yeah, you guys will like this show, Severance.
Yeah,
that's basically what happens. People walk into a room and everything outside is gone, and they just do this thing and then leave the room.
Wow. All right, we got to watch this.
You're like that with training as well.
Most of the time,
as in like. Well, I think we all are, as in it's a choice we've made that we're not going to go back on. So like if you're traveling, if you're busy, if you haven't eaten, it's still like, well, I'm going to go and train. And even if you know it's going to be shit, you're just like, that's not an option to not. And once you accept that, when it is shit, you're not like, oh, it was a shit training session. You're just like, yeah, sweet, I got to train.
Yeah. In my eyes, I've never seen Meg and Bridget have a bad training session.
I think you
have.
Need to open your eyes, bro. I think I've seen them cry more often than they haven't. No.
All right.
Wait, have you ever cried from a bad training session?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, fuck no.
Have you, Bridget?
I don't think so.
Have you?
Not in a long time.
CJ?
Actually, no. I lie. I almost cried one time.
When? Really?
No, it was more so because I was pissed off.
Was it the bench thing?
Yes, Tom Bro was away in America one year.
This is when he maxed out every day.
We all did. Tom Bro went away, me, Edan, Benjeski, everyone here would just max out in the middle of a prep. No. So it's a bench press one though. Yeah. But I remember I thought I benched 140 for the first time. My eyes were closed. I was pressing it, and I wanted to be like to Benny, bro, fucking grab it if I don't have it, but. You can't. Benny's the man. Yeah. And then I opened my eyes and no one celebrated. And then I realized Benny had his fingers on it like that the whole time.
Oh, Benny.
I'm like, I don't know. I wanted to, like, you can't say anything. No. You want to be like, bro, like, it's powerlifting. Just grab it if I don't have it. Like, none of the.
Yeah.
He's a bodybuilder at heart.
He's looking. Did you see the photos of him in the pool the other day? Were you there the night I did him real dirty when we were testing openers? You know how we used to do opener second tests?
And he was that the 197?
He was meant to squat 220, and I was maxing out my sleeve squat, and I had 260 on, and I thought it was 260.
That's right, and he got stapled by it, eh?
His max was 230, and we left 260 on, and he just squatted it, and he just went down.
Oh, God.
It was like that kid at that comp that thought it was meant to be pounds, but it was kilos, and he put in like 200.
Yeah.
I did that to him.
Oh my God.
Sorry, Benny.
Oh man.
This is funny. I've cried once after a lift. 2013 GPC Nationals, I squatted 250. It was a 12 kilo PB. And on the year before, I had torn my adductor, and that was the start of my hip problems. I squatted this 250. I got it. I cried because I was like, finally over my hip problems. little did I know that was just the start.
Is that the day that you were like on the ground?
No, the ground pound of shame. That was 2015 States.
Oh, that was after the cry?
Yeah.
No, that was 2022, I think.
Oh, sorry.
Bro,
Right.
do you know what's funny? Because you know how sometimes you got those friends that will just call you out on your bullshit. So I remember after I missed that binge, like I did my accessories in about 12 minutes by myself because I was so mad. And I was so mad I didn't talk to anyone. And I just remember Edan going, gee, why are you doing your accessories so fast and angry for? And I was like, fuck, I can't even be mad.
So part of why I did the ground pound of shame, the year before, you know how like when I'm doing a heavy set, I really just like stand there and breathe and then do the set. So I used to lift on the platform like that. I'd walk out really slow and just like slowly pick up the bar. And someone told me at a comp in 2014, you're really boring to watch. So then after that, I started like doing, like being like, blah, and like yelling and stuff before lifting, like sniffing ammonia and stuff. I did it because someone told me I was boring to watch.
Who said
So
that to you?
silly.
I'm not going to say their name. They wouldn't listen to this, but somebody said it. They didn't say it in a mean way. Like I was friendly enough with these people.
Yeah.
They were just like, man, you're really boring to watch. And I thought, yeah, I really am.
I like, now that I'm older, I appreciate watching the stoic lifters more. So I think people like Yuri Balkan, the guys that have zero hype whatsoever, show no emotion after a lift.
Yeah.
Colton's the same. I think it looks cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Accessories powerlifters are leaving on the table.
I reckon we save that. We're pretty much at the end.
I actually have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go in 10
Oh, yeah.
minutes.
Meg, you don't have time for a quiz?
How
No, we'll save it. We'll save it.
can we save it?
Of course.
Did you make your quiz, Thomas?
Nah, I'll do it next week. I wanted to do it, but I was on the phone to Khan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sweet.
So
Can
we
we
have no
save-
quiz?
Can we save the
We'll
quiz?
save it. We'll
Because I
save it.
want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks
All
for
right.
listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to the ZeroW Podcast. If you want more information, head to our Instagram, @zero_weakness. Hit the link in the bio for all of our services and any information on upcoming workshops and events. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review so we can have a broader reach and answer more people's questions. Thank you once more.